Okay, so I'm going to continue with some examples. That was in the first video. So let's do this one. So what I like to do always, I make a little divider. Then I write down what is on each side. So on this side is 2 hydrogen. This side is 2 oxygen. I get it because the subscript tells me how many are there. Are there. Here in the front is the coefficient. So there's nothing there. If there's nothing there, we always know it is like an invisible one that's standing there, that's multiplied throughout. On this side, there is 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So let's see. We see the hydrogens are balanced, but not the oxygens. So what can I do with this one to get it to 2? I cannot plus, I cannot subtract, but I can multiply. So oh yes, there I forgot my one tip. I always use a different color because it makes it easier to see if I forgot to add it to my equation. So I use a different color to multiply it with. I multiply it with 2, and I get 2 oxygen. But now it is a compound. So I need, when I write 2 there, I can't change the subscript. I need to go and write it and multiply it here with the coefficient. So there's an invisible one. 1 multiplied by 2, it gives me 2. But now it means it's going to multiply throughout that formula. So it means that the hydrogen here is also going to be multiplied by 2. So then there's going to be 4 hydrogen molecules. But now here's only 2. So what should I do here to get it to 4? Also multiplied by 2. And if I multiply it by 2 here, I need to write it there. Now let's look again. Let me just make a 4. 2 on this side, 2 oxygen on that side, 4 hydrogen on this side, 4 hydrogen on that side. It is balanced. Now I just want to erase that one and I can go and write it in black pen if it is in a test. So this one is balanced. Let's go to our next one. They already made my line. That's a little 3. Let's make it a black 3 so that we can all see it is a 3. I just screenshotted it from my other video. Okay, so I divide it again. So it's now iron oxide. Let's count first how many ions is on the left-hand side. There's 1. How many oxygens is on the left-hand side? There's 2. How many ions is on the right-hand side? 2. How many oxygens is on the right-hand side? There's 3. Now I make my pen a different color. Let's make it reddish. Okay, so I see the ions are not balanced yet. If I can make it a 2, then it would be balanced. Then let's look at our oxygen. There's a little problem because there's nothing that I can multiply 2 with. I can't multiply with halves here when I'm balancing equations. So I need to get a common factor. So it's 6. So what can I make? With what can I multiply the 2 with to get a 6? I can multiply it with a 3 to get a 6. Then I need to write 3 there. On this side, I need to multiply it with a 2 to get a 6. But remember, this is now compound. So I need to write it here in front. That means it's going to multiply throughout. So it's going to multiply with iron also with a 2. So then it's going to be a 4. So if I go back and check, I see, no, the iron is not balanced. So I need to go and quickly multiply it with a 2. No, with a 4. I need to multiply it with a 4 because I need 4 ions. Write a 4 there. Let's check, is it balanced? Let's make this one. 4 iron this side, 4 iron on that side. 6 oxygen on this side, 6 oxygen on that side. It is balanced. Let's go on to our next one. Here I already wrote it because my previous video did not record. So I'm also still learning. Technology can sometimes fail. So sulfur is 8 on this side, little 8. Oxygen 2, sulfur 1 on the right hand side, and oxygen is 2. So yeah, let's start with our sulfur. Oh, I forgot again. Let's get another color. Let's make it a blue with 8. Then I get 8. And what's very nice with this one, so I started with the sulfur. So I write it down at the coefficient. That means I need to multiply it throughout the formula. So that's going to be times with that 2 at the oxygen also. That is going to be 16. But now I see I only have 2 oxygens here. So I need to multiply it also with 8 to get 16. So with another color, I can see I forgot to write my 8 here. I write my 8 here. And I go and check 8. 8 sulfur, 16 oxygen, 16 oxygen. It is balanced. So this is the tip, is always have a colored pencil or a colored pen with when you're doing balancing of equations, so that it will make it easier for you to see if you missed something, if you forgotten to write something in your formula. It just makes it easier for you to identify where did you multiply it with, and did you take your number that you multiplied with up into your equation.